It's exercise time. So we're going over just to make sure that you're okay with the find. So you'll have this chart right here, which again is being represented by two different data structures, really. One's being represented by the array, the other one's using the tree, and I'm sure you'll probably use the tree. But I want you to think about the array as you're doing it. So try to use the array version. Make sure you understand how to follow through to related nodes to get to the root of that set. So go ahead and answer these questions 1 through 4 that we have right here, and I'll go over the code here, which I know it says in Java, but that or C++ are going to be basically about the same. But anyway, so we'll worry about that later. So worry about the exercise, and we'll go over answers here in a minute. Let's do part 1, shall we? So first he says we want the union sets that contain 2 and 6. We want to merge those two together. But we first got to do the find to double check to make sure that we're able to do that without creating a cycle. So what would find 2 and find 6 return respectfully? So let's go to 2 here. So there's 2 ways of doing this. We could do this from the array. And starting at 2, well, we happen to know that it is its own root, so it would return 2. Not -1, but it would return 2. So it's its own set. Next one is 6. So 6, that's going to ask me to go to 4. And from 4, it says -5. And you're like, wait a minute, what's -5? Bear with me. It is a negative. But I think you can figure out what the -5 is. You know what the negative means. You know it's a root. The 5, take a look at the tree, hint, hint on exactly how things are set up. Now again, I did this from the array. You could have done it from the tree that we have right here, but I did it from the array because I'm thinking about code-wise, but also we're visual people. So now that we had that 5, you can kind of figure out easier how that 5 came up, and that'll be covered here in a minute. So let's take a look at, this time it's going to be 3 and 6. So with 3 and 6, again, we want to merge it, but again, we got to double check that they're from 2 different sets and there won't be any cycles. So let's go to 3. 3 is asking me to go to 4. 4 says, hey, I'm the root, but I have 5 values with me. There's the answer for one of those here in a moment. Spilled the beans on that one. But anyway, so that is a set that would return 4 for our find of 3. Now we do the find of 6, which is really the same thing as we just did last time. We go to 6, goes to 4, 4 goes to, wait a minute, but again, it would return 4. So both would return 4, and that would be a problem because notice 3 and 6 are being highlighted right now are already in the same tree. If I went ahead and connected like you see the error being done now, we would end up having a cycle, and that's a problem. We don't want that at all. So that's why, again, we're doing all this work behind the scenes, too. So that is number 2. Now, which one of these would be merged successfully? It'd be number 1, because I just talked about number 2, frankly, making that cycle. And then we have y is index 4 equal to -5. I think we figured that one out as well. Spilled the beans on that one. And your 5 is being circled again right now to let you know what the answer is for that.